Hey guys, just a quick update. I've started the purge. The reason my phone is this way, as you can look, that's a double. So it's in my range, but it's a double. So right now it's going in the box. This is out of my range. I got this for the animated cell that was in it. Same thing for the one after it. Some of this stuff, Thor that's in the range, out of my range. It's not in a time period I'm looking to collect. That's a key, but like I said, I'll move all of those to a certain point. Now, that's a duplicate Conan. Again, that's a duplicate. Now, anything beyond 50 cent, um, even though I collected in the 60 cent range, the 65, and even up to 75, Conan wasn't as big a collection in there as some of the others were. So to me, I really like the stories up to about the time of the 50 cent era. So the way I look at it is, it's fine. I'll just, again, and there's no major keys. The only big major key I own right now from the higher up is the last issue. And it's not like so drastic I couldn't even buy it again if I could get it, but I'm fine. I have that one. I just put it back in the box with the stuff just in case I decide I want to do the whole. Like if I read from one all the way up, which I got some reprints, I'll read those. Again, these are all books past the time period in which, again, a lot of Conan. And this one near the end. But just, I started with the box where I just bought a lot of the Conan. And again, I got them so cheap that I was buying them at barely, probably 30 cents a book. So it didn't really matter if I'm purging it out. But, there's more. There's Warlord 2. I'm a big Warlord fan. But again, Warlord is more in the range of, the 50 cent and just a little beyond. And even though I did collect all the way up with certain things, I enjoyed those stories that were within those first probably 70 or so books, and again, like I said, I'm just trying to go to when the 50 cent era ends and be done with it. And again, Warlord's another one. Not a lot of stuff in there that's so expensive that if I decided I wanted to go back and fill in the run over time, I could do it. So again, this is where I'm at, doing that. Did me basically a little picture, just killing time thinking. That's my little guy from that is Tor from the Joe Kubert. I did it sort of in a Joe Kubert style, but this has got to be cleansing. And if I don't put stuff in here to thin down this and get it down to where I feel sane and can work in it, can do everything, can feel like I get down to, what I consider a reasonable collection that I can enjoy in my limited space, it's not going to be fun anymore. And I want it to be as much fun as it was when I was a kid, which I had a limited collection. I only had 6,000 by the time I left home, maybe just a little bit under that because I bought even stuff afterwards. So it probably wasn't even that much by the time I left home, maybe like 4,000. So again, but that was me buying every week off the spinner rack for at least 6 years straight of me doing it, and then me buying less for another probably 5 years before I really slowed down and almost didn't buy, or I bought so little. So that's kind of where I want to get back to. I want to be able to, and my goal, and as you see, this is all the boxes in which I've got stacked up and unorganized and insanely done. And that's one side of my room, which is driving me nuts. And again, there's stuff that I just have fell in love with and just enjoy too much. And then there's stuff that just doesn't mean anything. And I think if you make a good decision with yourself on your collection, it's what you got to do. And again, I could have a warehouse size, and I still only really want to collect what I want for real. I think you become a hoarder if you start trying to think you have to have everything. And I don't. And, you know, sometime, as old comic book collectors will tell you, comic books were always our happy place, our place we would go to get away from everything. Sometime, though, we go back into that and we start going to those places, but we tend to forget and we start picking up tons and tons of books that sometimes just have no meaning to us. They just don't. They, like, even though I didn't collect that the first round, I absolutely love this, and I love this character, and I love the whole Archie superheroes. And to me, to sell off half my collection and start buying more stuff like this and focusing on things that's just, from the silver and the bronze age only, I'll do it in a heartbeat. And again, just duplicates of stuff and triplicates and quadruplicates of stuff, and you're like, why? There's just no reason for it after a while, and it becomes a madness if you don't get control on it. So this, though, is a start. After I get this box together, and as I move through each box I put together, I will take it and I will show it and go through. I'll show. That'll give me a chance to look through everything again. The things I'm looking for is Mark Jewelers. Is there a Mark Jeweler in there? If there is, I'll put the book aside, mark it as that, and actually put it in my collection. I kind of like collecting the oddities in that way, or a price variant, or something oddity of that is out of it. But outside of that, or somebody signed something inside, which usually it's mostly Bronze Age books that they did that too at one point, silver and bronze. I'll look for those things, because that's what I do when I buy a book anyway. I open it, check to see if everything is like it says. I'll look, make sure it's got, whether it's got a signature inside that no one knew about, whether it's got a, Mark Jeweler insert or any kind of insert in the middle, as well as nothing's been cut out. But like this, I bought this purely for the animated cell that went with it. But I don't care for the book. This art meant nothing to me. It really was not the ones that I enjoyed. So again, just like Spectacular Spider-Man, I have no need to collect the higher end of everything of it. I'm going to collect when the low end. And same thing about that Web of Spider-Man. That is in that range to where that book was just for the animated cell. And Web of Spider-Man come after my time, so I don't care about collecting that. And I've sold off everything that's been that except for like that. So, well, just a little bit of where I'm at, what I'm doing. And like I said, I'll be doing it to my cards, my toys, my comics, and even if it, takes the whole summer and then so on, as I go through it, it will be what it is. And then my goal is to not buy anything till then. And then all of a sudden, I'm going to buy the stuff only that I'm trying to fill the gaps of what I do have left, and to try to control it. Even if I can't find it locally, I'll order it and just try to fill the little runs as it goes. Because the goal is just to stop buying excess for no reason and get down to where I'm only buying what I really want. All right, well, that's it. A little longer than what I wanted it to be without really showing y'all much of anything. But again, that's what I'm doing. And hopefully, y'all have been having a good Monday. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. All right, bye.